All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to talk about a question that I'm pretty sure almost all of us have asked ourselves at some point. It's about working hard, making money, and still feeling like you're not really getting ahead. You know that feeling? Like the math just isn't adding up? Well, we're going to dig into exactly why that happens, and more importantly, what you can actually do to change it.
And here is the question at the very heart of this whole thing. It's originally in Hindi, but it translates to, why do middle class people never become rich? Wow. I mean, that's a really blunt question, isn't it? But for a lot of people, it probably hits pretty close to home. I mean, think about your own life. You work hard, maybe you get a promotion, your salary goes up a little, but at the end of the day, you still feel like you're just treading water financially. It is so frustrating. But you know what? Understanding why this happens is the absolute first step to finally breaking that cycle. So, what is really going on here?
Well, the analysis we're looking at today suggests that the reason so many of us get stuck, it really just comes down to three specific financial traps. We're going to break them down one by one. Because let's be real, you can't avoid a trap if you don't even know it's there. Okay, so trap number one is what's called the salary trap. And this quote really says it all. No one became rich from a salary. Now, I know that sounds super extreme, but the logic behind it is pretty crucial for understanding this whole problem.
See, a salary, when you boil it right down, is basically a tool for survival. It's there to pay your rent, cover your bills, buy your groceries. It's meant to be spent. And that right there creates this endless cycle of earning just to spend, not earning to actually grow. It's active income. You're literally trading hours of your life for money. If you stop working, the money stops too. That's its fundamental limit.
All right, on to the second trap. This one is called the EMI mindset. And whoa, this line really sums it up. EMI equals modern slavery. I mean, that is a really, really strong statement, but it points to a very important truth about how we look at debt.
Just think about it. What is an EMI, really? It's a promise you make today to give away money you haven't even earned yet. And what do we use it for? So often, it's for stuff. A new car, the latest phone, things that we know are going to be worth less and less over time. You are literally chaining your future self to something that's losing value in the present. It's a guaranteed way to move backwards financially. And that leads us perfectly into the third trap. And honestly, this might be the most important one of all. It all boils down to one simple question you have to start asking yourself with every major purchase. Am I buying an asset or am I buying a liability? Seriously, understanding this difference changes the entire game. And here it is, the simplest definition you'll ever need. An asset? That's anything that puts money in your pocket. Think of something like a rental property that pays you every month, or stocks that give you dividends. Now, a liability, that's the complete opposite. It takes money out of your pocket. And this is the real trap. So many of us buy liabilities that we think are assets, and we just end up draining away our ability to build any real wealth. Okay, so we've laid out the traps, and I know that can all sound a little bit discouraging, but here is the good news, the really good news. There is a way out. There's a clear path. So let's flip this whole thing around and talk about the keys to actually escaping and building some genuine financial freedom. And here's the plan, broken down into three simple keys. Number one, build skill income. Number two, invest early. And number three, stop lifestyle inflation. Let's dig into what each of these actually means. So that first key, building skill income, is the direct answer to the salary trap. The whole idea here is to create income streams that aren't directly tied to the hours you put in. Maybe that means writing an ebook, creating an online course, or starting a side business that can run without you being there 24/7. It's about building systems that earn for you even while you sleep. That's how you scale your income way beyond what a 9-to-5 job can ever pay you.
Key number two is an absolute non-negotiable. Invest early. And listen, this has nothing to do with trying to be a stock market genius or timing the market. This is all about time in the market. The sooner you start putting your money into assets, stocks, mutual funds, real estate, the more time the magic of compounding has to work for you. It's where your money starts making its own money, and then that money starts making even more money. Time is your single greatest advantage here.
Now, before we get to that third key, we have to talk about its mortal enemy, lifestyle inflation. We've all seen this, right? It's that natural instinct that when you get a raise, you suddenly need a nicer car. You get a bonus, you book a more expensive vacation. Your spending just inflates to meet your new income, or sometimes even goes beyond it. So the final crucial key is to actively fight against this. You have to stop lifestyle inflation. Look, the real goal isn't just to earn more money. The goal is to make the gap between what you earn and what you spend as wide as possible. That surplus, that is the money you have to invest. It is the fuel for your wealth building engine. If you don't control your lifestyle, it doesn't matter how big your income gets, you'll never build real wealth.
So where does this all leave us? What's the big picture here? It's really about making a fundamental shift in your own identity. It's about consciously deciding to move from being primarily a consumer to becoming an investor.
So, let's wrap this all up. What's the ultimate takeaway? It's this. Your salary is just the starting point. It is not the destination. You need to be ruthless about avoiding debt for things that are just going to lose value. And instead, focus every spare dollar you have on buying assets that pay you back. And finally, you take that gap you created by controlling your lifestyle and you invest it consistently, month after month after month.
And that brings us right here. This isn't just theory, it's all about action. Your next paycheck is on its way. So, looking at these principles we just talked about, what is the one single thing you're going to do differently with that money to start your own escape from the wealth trap? That decision, right there, that's where the journey truly begins.